the king has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit. And you already know what time it is, man. According to the Lions Twitter account, Ahmed Hassanein, the 6th-round rookie sensation, is returning to the Detroit Lions practice squad. That calls for a celebration. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. That is right. According to the Detroit Lions Twitter account, says the Lions have signed defensive end Ahmed Hassanein to the practice squad. Ladies and gentlemen, our pass rushing defensive line woes are over because the 6th-round sensation himself, after Brad Holmes promised that he would be back to the Detroit Lions roster, has come back to the Detroit Lions practice squad. Now, if you guys don't remember, Ahmed was drafted in the 6th round. Contract was essentially terminated when he was waived due to injury. He got hurt in that second preseason game and was unable to make the 53-man roster. Went through waivers because nobody was going to claim an injured player. So because he was waived with an injury settlement, he had to wait the duration of the settled injury time and then 3 more weeks to return to the Detroit Lions. So Ahmed could have signed anywhere he wanted, but he decided to come back to the Detroit Lions, spend that additional 3 weeks, and return to the Detroit Lions. Man, oh man, what it's... Man. We are excited. Can't you tell from my voice that we are excited about this? But in all seriousness, well, I'm always serious, the Detroit Lions can use all the help that we can get. Is this why the Detroit Lions didn't make a move at the trade deadline? So, by the way, the Detroit Lions were 2nd in the NFL in sacks heading into Week 10, and not all sacks are created equal, but now they are 5th, I believe it is. 5th? They might be 5th or 4th. It's one of the two. I think they are down to 4th in the National Football League, getting 2 yesterday for 30 on the season. Now it is the Denver Broncos. The LA Rams are 1 ahead of us. See what happens when you actually invest properly into the defensive line. And then it is something. No, that's right. The Detroit Lions are not 5th, but you know who is 5th? The Atlanta Falcons. And they were last year, but they invested as well. So I am ecstatic. I'm excited to see what this guy can do, because the entire all off season long, and I told y'all, bro, I told you, I'm not laying off of it. Well, the Detroit Lions have, they were 2nd in sacks. Well, Ahmed Hassanein has, Aquadin Muhammad has 6. He's he is a tier C or B minus pass rusher. A B minus pass rusher who was nowhere to be found yesterday. Now, Hutch has earned his keep. He can take every single, well, he can't really because he just got paid, but Hutch has earned the right to be MIA a game or 2. Even though he should have had a sack yesterday, missed out on it. So when you are Hutchinson, you can earn a day off. You can earn a whiff, if you will. But when you are a practice squad dude who is trying to be elevated, who fans are trying to make you into number 2, that's not how you can be. You cannot go, You cannot give up the ghost. You cannot be coast to coast, give up the ghost. You can't do it, all right? So it ain't no way again. And the crazy part is I be trying to put people on the D-line. I really do. But they got Aquadin Muhammad as a linebacker designation. That's where he got. And y'all wonder, well, Derek, what's your problem with AQM? My problem is you cannot go missing. Elite pass rushers don't disappear for 3 or 4 games. It doesn't happen, right? And then when they do appear, they get a garbage time sack, right? So now we've got Ahmed. I'm happy because now we about to see. He should be ready to go. The issue with being on a practice squad, and it's very curious to know if this is going to be a situation. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Philadelphia Eagles, who are going into tonight's game, the Detroit Lions have more sacks than, if they decide to claim another one from the Detroit Lions practice squad, which they can do, by the way, I fully expect Ahmed to be elevated, to be signed to the 53-man roster. because somebody can come and snatch him up. Now, the Detroit Lions can prevent that from happening by putting him on the 53. I don't know if the protections are still around anymore. Remember, you used to get protected if the Lions could protect 4 people per week or something like that. I don't know if that's still a thing, but this is intriguing. This is intriguing. And Ahmed is, as far as I know, is not under contract for next year. So matter of fact, he's not. Even this signing does not put him under contract for next year. So how do you feel now that the legend himself, Ahmed Hassanein, and look, I have no issue with the guy. I have no issue at all. My issue always stems back to the pressure the fans have put on him. Remember what y'all was saying about James Houston? I remember. I didn't forget. I didn't forget what y'all were saying about James Houston. Also, I got to correct something that I didn't even realize. See, a real person can correct their wrongs. Apparently, Lacy for the Detroit Lions is qualified. His designation is a defensive tackle. He did have a sack. I said no DT has had a sack for the Detroit Lions. That was incorrect because Lacy has a sack. I don't remember what game he got a sack in, but he does have a sack, and that means that the defensive tackle position, according to where the designations, they do have a sack. What I'm trying to pull up here is the team in sacks. All right, so the Detroit Lions are now under the highest paid defense in the league of the Pittsburgh Steelers at 32, the Seattle Seahawks at 32, and the Detroit Lions are number 3, with the Atlanta last in the NFL in getting to the quarterback Falcons last year, right underneath us. And I told y'all that they invested in their D-line. And even if their D-line, they invested draft capital in their D-line. And even if their D-line is not getting those particular rookies are not getting the sacks, it's still something's changed over there. Because last year, this time, they might have had half that number, if that. So how do you feel? How do you feel that Ahmed is back? I will say this. I am eager to see how he's going to be because he came out of college and everybody was so excited and he was supposed to be the next Aiden Hutchinson and all of this other stuff and all of this hoopla for a guy who never touched an NFL field in a regular game. We have still yet to see him in a regular game. And I don't know about y'all, but James Houston was getting pancaked. I actually saw Brian Burns get obliterated yesterday. It happens to everybody. But you are not picked in the 6th round if you have first-round ability. It just doesn't happen. Now, can you make that happen? You can work your tail off and you can build, you might be able to get there. I mean, Max Crosby was a 4th rounder, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or he was one of them was a 3rd, and one of them, Trey Hendrickson, was a 4th. Max was either a 3rd or a 4th. Miles, Aiden, 1st round picks, 1st and 2nd overall. You could argue that Aiden should have been 1st. So as you can see, look, I'm a freshly minted 46. I just turned 46 this year, and every single year I have an opening where it's just like, the clouds part, the sun beams, and there's something new about me. Now, last year it didn't happen, but most of the years it does. At 45, it didn't happen, but 46, I said, you know what, Derek? It don't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what people say, how they feel. It does not matter, right? Say what you got to say and keep it a buck, which I've always done. But stop letting the comment section or anything else bother you, because either you're going to be right, stand on business. You're going to be wrong, stand on business. Whatever way it go, you're going to keep doing you, bro. And that's where I'm at. This guy, do I want to see him succeed? Absolutely. Do I expect him to come out and get a sack his first game? Who knows? Bruce Irvin got a sack his first game with the Lions. So Ahmed could do the same thing. Am I going to say that am I going to dare compare him to Hutch from ability? No, I'm not. Unless he go out there and say, hey, you need to be compared to Hutch. And even so, even if that happens, I'm going to still want to see continuity. Because remember, James Houston was supposed to be better than Hutch. That's what y'all was saying. Like I told y'all, man, I didn't forget. I didn't forget about that. Because this is a position that I have been on for 3 years. It is the position that I think will keep us from our ultimate goal, which is a Super Bowl. However, we now have a guy that is going to help us out. Let's see if he can get in rotation. Ooh, and when Marcus Davenport come back, ooh, it's going to be on and popping. Who knows? We might get half a sack from both of them guys. Look, it is what it is. He part of the team. This is how, if this is making our team better, so be it. We are stuck with whoever we got. So him coming back, being the 6th round pick, the guy that was better, he had more sacks than Mike Green. There was a reason Mike Green was drafted where he was. And you can argue stats in the NFL right now, right? And how my favorite argument is how like AQM is better than these guys, or he's doing more than these guys, or whatever. There was a reason that these guys were taken where they were. And a lot of them can play and live up to that potential. Some of them can. No disrespect to Ahmed or AQM, but they are where they are for a reason. And it's up to them to show, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, that you slept on me, you were wrong, and I deserve to be taken higher. And that's what I want to see from this guy. You have 0 in-game experience in a regular season game. So I will put 0 expectations on this guy. If he gets 1 or 2, whoopity-doo. I will be excited about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But the breaking news, man. Ahmed, the GOAT, the savior, Hassanein returns to the Detroit Lions, the 6th round pick savior, who is better than Mike Green, who will follow in the footsteps of James the Problem Houston and be better than the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL draft. Hopefully he doesn't join his fellow 6th round pick, Mekhi Wingo, in being a non-factor for this team. Again, man, I am 46 and I see a big Trey. I'm leaving here with something. I'm from round the way. I'm leaving with something. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Couple updates. 1, Ridge Wallet on sale, 45% off Black Friday. Pick it up if you want one. Now's the time to get your Ridge Wallet affiliate link. Get your boy a small commission. 2, Philly. I'm 50-50 on it. Y'all trying to keep your boy at the crib. I want to go. I hear they hostile. That's cool. So I'm on the fence. I'm feeling better, but I'm on the fence about it. And number three, I'm on the fence about this too. I wanted to say this because, you know, we got a little prying eyes. We got little people that be in the trash cans looking at your content, trying to copy it. But I think what I'm going to do is either this is going to replace the overreaction segment or maybe not, or maybe be a new segment on its own. But we have a fan line. And what I'm thinking about doing instead of overreaction such and such day, we'll do fan take. And where we will bring in fan takes after the game of your thoughts of the game. I've already tested it out. Works like a charm. Had a couple people call in, but you missed it though. You missed it because you weren't part of the show. But if you were part of the post-game show, you are familiar with it. Did get a couple of calls. I'm thinking about doing that instead. We'll see how things go. And if we should keep that segment and create a new one, or just have this segment replace the overreaction theme segment that we were going to do. If you did call, thank you. I have a couple recordings. If your take is good, then I will use it as part of the fan take segment for this channel. Like I said, man, this offseason is going to be a big deal for this channel. I am going to figure out a way to make all of it work so that we can give you the best fan-driven. No, I am not. This brand right now has no overlord. Like the guys that I bring in are all fans of their team who work regular jobs, who love talking about their team on the side. And that's what we strive to give you. So Syndicate Sports Detroit, consider subscribing to that YouTube channel. We will be live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we also, I'm going to shoot for every day. I'm going to shoot for every day, man, at least an hour every day. Because we got, and I'm looking for Pistons guys and Tigers guys and all that stuff. All right. So if you got any content creators that you see consistently make content about those things, we got the Lions covered. But if you see any other content creators that you think would be great, you can let me know. Maybe I'll reach out to them. All right. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Like I said, man, 46 is a new me.